Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslekeir Gairleif. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey into the world of the International Criminal Court, or ICC. So, buckle up and get ready to explore the intricacies of global justice. Imagine a world where the most heinous crimes go unpunished, where perpetrators of genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity roam free. Pretty bleak, right? Well, that's where the ICC steps in, like a beacon of hope in a sea of darkness. But what exactly is the ICC? Think of it as a global superhero, swooping in to deliver justice when national courts can't or won't. It's got jurisdiction over a whopping 123 countries, according to the International Criminal Court. That's a lot of ground to cover. Now, the ICC doesn't mess around with petty crimes. It focuses on the big four: genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. These are the heavyweight champions of international atrocities. But how did this legal titan come to be? Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The idea of an international criminal court had been brewing since the Nuremberg and Tokyo trials after World War II, but it wasn't until 1998, with the adoption of the Rome Statute, that the ICC was born. And let me tell you, the negotiations were intense. It was like a diplomatic version of a pillow fight, with a lot more paperwork. Fast forward to July 1st, 2002, and the ICC officially opened its doors for business. Its headquarters? The Hague, Netherlands. I guess you could say it's the justice capital of the world. Now, you might be wondering, how does the ICC actually work? Great question. It all starts with a referral. A case can be brought to the ICC by a member state, the UN Security Council, or even the ICC prosecutor themselves. Once a case is accepted, the investigation begins. It's like a global game of Clue, but with much higher stakes. If there's enough evidence, the case moves to the pretrial phase, where judges decide if there are sufficient grounds to proceed. If the green light is given, it's on to the trial phase. This is where things get really interesting. The ICC has a team of 18 judges elected by the member states. They come from all corners of the globe, with a mandate to ensure fair representation of gender and geography. It's like a mini United Nations of justice. But the ICC isn't just about locking up the bad guys. It also has a crucial role in delivering justice to victims. The Trust Fund for Victims, established under the Rome Statute, has provided assistance to a staggering 450,000 victims, according to the Trust Fund for Victims. It's not just about punishing the perpetrators, it's about helping rebuild shattered lives. Of course, the ICC hasn't been without its challenges. Some countries, like the United States, China, and Russia, aren't members, and there have been accusations of bias, particularly regarding the court's focus on African nations. But despite these obstacles, the ICC remains a vital player in the fight against impunity. Since its inception, the ICC has opened investigations into 14 situations, from the Democratic Republic of the Congo to Afghanistan. It's issued 35 arrest warrants and has 14 individuals in custody, according to the International Criminal Court. That might not sound like a lot, but remember, these are often high-profile cases involving powerful individuals. Take the case of Thomas Lubanga Dilo, a Congolese warlord and the ICC's first conviction. In 2012, he was found guilty of conscripting and enlisting children under the age of 15 into his rebel group. It was a landmark moment for the court, and a powerful message to those who exploit children in war. But the ICC's impact goes beyond just convictions. It's about deterrence, about sending a clear message that no one is above the law. And it's about giving a voice to the voiceless, to the victims who have suffered unimaginable atrocities. Looking to the future, the ICC faces both opportunities and challenges. There's talk of expanding its jurisdiction to include crimes like ecocide and of harnessing technological advancements to gather evidence. But there are also questions about how the court will adapt to an increasingly complex world, one where social media and cyber warfare are becoming the new front lines. And then there's the question of public perception. A 2019 survey by the International Bar Association found that 70% of respondents believe the ICC plays a crucial role in international justice. But there's still work to be done in building trust and support for the court's mission. So, what can we as individuals do to support the ICC? Well, for starters, we can educate ourselves and others about its work. We can advocate for our governments to cooperate with the court and to provide the resources it needs to function effectively. And we can stand in solidarity with the victims, letting them know that their voices are heard and that their suffering will not be forgotten. Because at the end of the day, the ICC isn't just about punishing the guilty. It's about building a world where justice is the norm, not the exception. It's about creating a future where the rule of law triumphs over the rule of force. And that, my friends, is a future worth fighting for. In the words of former ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda, the ICC is not just an institution, it is an ideal. It is the crystallization of our collective conscience, our shared values, and our unwavering commitment to justice. So let us all be part of that commitment. Let us stand with the ICC, with the victims, and with the cause of global justice. Because in a world where the forces of darkness often seem overwhelming, the ICC reminds us that the light of justice still shines. And that's our deep dive into the International Criminal Court. I hope you found this journey as captivating as I have. The ICC may not be perfect, but it represents something profound. The idea that no one, no matter how powerful, is above the law. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. I want you to think about what justice means to you and how you can be a part of the global fight against impunity. Whether it's educating yourself and others, supporting organizations that work with the ICC, or simply believing in the power of justice, every action counts. Because in the end, the ICC's success depends on all of us. It depends on our willingness to stand up for what's right, to speak out against atrocities, and to hold those in power accountable. So let's do our part. Let's be the champions of justice that the world needs. Together, we can build a future where the ICC's vision of a just and peaceful world is not just an aspiration, but a reality. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of global justice. Until next time, this is Aslekeir Gairleif for Understand All, reminding you to never stop seeking truth and fighting for what's right.